This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
This is my final chapter. Since I played my first snap at 12 years old, nothing in my life was more important than football. The game always came first. Football has taught me a strong work ethic, a willing to get better every day, and a desire to continue growing. It has taught me that what you get is important, who you become is more important. All of these lessons I'll take with me into the next chapter, because today I'm officially retiring from the NFL. Everybody starts their NFL journey differently. You may be a first-round pick like Colton Miller. You could be an undrafted guy like Andre James. But it's a willingness to sacrifice daily and dedicate yourself to the 1,000 micro decisions that lead to winning and that will carry you far in this league where nothing is guaranteed. I owe my ability to maintain my single-minded focus to my father and the gift of grit and perseverance to my mother. While those have been foundational to my career, it was perhaps most importantly their unconditional love that gave me the confidence to believe in myself. I'll never be able to repay them for that. With sacrifice comes adversity. While I wouldn't change those long hours in the gym and on the field, I'm excited for the wide open ventures ahead of me. Take a vacation when I want, go back to school to get my MBA, spend more time with family and friends. After stepping away from football in 2018, I knew if I came back, it would be to finish out my career on my terms. It also had to be with the right team, which I found in the Raiders. There was always hesitancy in coming back when you've been out of the game, but after a tryout with the Raiders, I immediately knew it was the place for me. It made me hungry to come back. It felt like home the minute I got here. I played so long and I gotten this bad boy reputation throughout the years. It just fit with the Raiders. They trusted who I was, and they let me play. And I played my ass off for them. What I'll miss most, though, is the brotherhood, the camaraderie, eating with the boys, going out to eat, hanging together, having barbecues over at Colton's house. I'll miss being with my teammates, especially in the silver or black. It was empowering to have them trust me to bring stability, leadership, and work ethic to this young group of guys. Andre James, Colton Miller, I don't want to say they owe me everything, but they owe me everything. I just want to finish up. I love the Raiders organization. Mr. Davis means the world to me. It's why after 4 teams in 15 years, I'm retiring officially as a Raider.
Rich, I know you just kind of touched on it, but why was it so important for you to do this here with this organization?
It was so important to do it here with this organization because it felt like home from the beginning. I came on my tryout, and I had been coming back from some adversity, and I remember doing the tryout, and Coach Gruden and Mayock and Rich Bisaccia and the entire staff was out there, and I did the tryout, and they said, all right, you ready to do this? And I was fully bought in, committed to the Raiders. I came here in 2019 to help develop some of the young guys. And I poured my heart and soul into it. And when I poured my heart and soul into it, the coaches let me be who I was. Mike Mayock and the staff, they trusted who I was, so they didn't micromanage me. So I think it's been a long time coming, me being a Raider. I think I was born to be a Raider. I took the long way to get here, and it's just felt like home ever since. I'm just so appreciative to Mr. Davis, the organization, for an opportunity to come write the final chapter of my football career. And it's great. I live down in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm going to spend a lot of time up here with the guys, mentoring the guys, coaching the guys, helping the guys win. So it's a perfect fit for me.
What do you want people to remember about Richie Incognito as an NFL player?
I just want people to know that I played with passion. I played with heart. I played with courage. I played hard for my brothers. I was a total pro. I was dedicated 24/7. Everything in my life was about being a better football player, being a better teammate, being a better person. And what I want them to remember is, when they saw me out there on Sundays kicking ass, that was just passion. That was passion for my brothers. That was love for my brothers, having their back. I honestly just want people to remember me as a badass. Out there kicking ass, taking names. That's it.
On that, in your opening statement, you mentioned something about a bad boy image. Over 17 years,
Yeah.
some staggered steps.
Yep.
What did you learn, though, along the way about yourself?
Yeah, it's a lot. I've had a lot of setbacks, a lot of adversity. It's probably what I'm most proud of is coming back from those setbacks and that adversity. But I think I touched on it a little in my statement. What you get in life is important, but it's who you become. And from each one of those setbacks along the way, just the learning and growing and being able to come back And, I was out in 14. I came back in 15 with Buffalo. I came back a better person, better man, better player. Ripped off 3 Pro Bowls in a row. Was out in 18. Came back. Learned, grew, reached out. Realized I have a huge support staff. And it's that continued growth and that continued improvement that I've learned the most about myself and going forward. And this last chapter with the team and the Raiders, just putting my best foot forward. I had that bad boy image, and on other teams I was used to being micromanaged, and I was used to having to answer to all this stuff that really didn't equate to being a good football player. And when I got here, they said, we trust who you are, lead our men, and play your ass off, and that's what I did.
Richie, you mentioned the bad guys of the Raiders and that image, but you, like most of them, once you get to know them, are one of the good guys. So my question is, I remember watching you coach guys who were fighting you for your job. Where did that come from, and how much of that part of the game, the relationships, are you gonna miss?
Oh man, that's what the game is all about. It's about the relationships. Me and these boys have been to hell and back. I could talk to you guys till I'm blue in the face trying to explain what that's like. But we've been in those trenches. We've been in that training camp. We've been to some dark places together, and it's the collective effort of the offensive line and the guys here to come out victorious. So I've always learned, I'm a lifer in football. I love the game. And I had really good guys early on in my career, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Leonard Little, Orlando Pace, Marshall Falk, and they taught me how to give back. They taught me the importance of teaching these guys lessons. They taught me the importance of, hey, you're the leader now. Now it's your turn to give back. And, all these guys, I just want them to play at the highest level. I want them to win. I want them to have success. I want them to make a lot of money. So anything I can do to help these guys.
Do you ever want to get into coaching?
Absolutely. I think coaching is on the horizon for me. My goal right now is to kind of take the next year at my pace, and I'm going to go back to Arizona State, work on my MBA. And, I think in about 6 to 8 months, 12 months, we'll evaluate what's going on in the coaching world. I'd love to have an opportunity to come back and work with these guys and get these guys going. I know I can get them to play at a high level. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see them go this year. They obviously have all the horsepower and the weapons. I wish I had the juice to go with the boys, but I'll be sitting back, and I'll have the mentor's view, the fan view, and it's all about the relationships. But the relationships never end. I'm brothers with these guys forever.
Richie, this roster has undergone quite the transformation since you've been here. They made the playoffs last year. It's improved since then. When you look at this roster, what do you think is possible for your brothers?
I mean, everything's possible. Everything is out there in front of them. I think last year we got over the hump of getting into the playoffs, and I think all the adversity last year really just driving this team together, everybody figuring out who they really are. I think, you get hit with adversity like that, you're forced to ask yourself some tough questions, and we went through it. But I think that drove the team together. They figured out how to win late in the year. We went to Cincinnati on a short week, and we gave them hell. I think that you can build on all that, and then the focus this year is not only making the playoffs, making a deep run at the playoffs, going and getting that Super Bowl. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about how they rebuilt this roster. I'm excited to watch these guys get to work. I've been reminding them every day that training camp starts in 6 days now. And but no, I'm excited for these guys. This is their team now. I'm excited for these guys to become leaders, lead this team, lead these men, and I want to see the Raiders win a Super Bowl.
I'm assuming one of those setbacks you talked about was last season. It had to be bittersweet. You kind of feel like you found your place, named a team captain. I know you worked hard to try to come back, but just how'd you deal with all that? What were you positives?
Yeah, it was incredibly tough. I had come back from the injury in 2020 where it was kind of a freak deal. I had a bone loose in my ankle. We had to get taken out. As soon as I took the bone out of the ankle, I was feeling great, rehabbing, coming back. We went out to play the Chargers in the preseason, and I got the calf. And it was just incredibly frustrating. I couldn't even get past go. I kept rehabbing, I kept re-injuring it, and it was a thing where I injured it in training camp. I was pushing to come back to play for the first game of the season. Leg wasn't ready. Trained, tirelessly, relentlessly for 7 weeks. Re-injured it again here. Decided to go home to Phoenix, get with my trainers. I went down there for a month. Re-injured it again. And it was frustrating, but again, I learned a lot about myself. Once I had injured it the last time and there was no hope of coming back, I really needed to be around the guys. So I came back up here. They were on their winning streak. You know, we went to the playoffs and I was with them through that. So it was incredibly frustrating. But what I learned from it is, you know, I went from being a player in the trenches to being a mentor, to being a coach, to being a confidant. And that was what was really cool about last year, you know, having the adversity, deciding to hang them up, but then coming back and being with my boys.
I guess while you have that coaching and mentorship hat on, you've been around them a lot, obviously strong connection. What's going to be the biggest thing for these guys in the line to take a step forward next year and kind of be the focal point of this?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be continued development for all these guys. These guys, Colton is the old vet now. He's still young, but he's the vet now. He's the bell cow. He's the leader. Andre has played a year. Leatherwood's coming up. He's a young rookie. Well, now still a rookie. Still technically a rookie. But, you know, all these guys, you know, B. Parker, he's played a ton. Lester Cotton, we're excited about him. I knew Lester could play 3 years ago. Lester's had to get himself sorted out with technique, and I'm excited to see Lester go. But all these guys are great men. They're great people. They're hard workers. You know, they're humble. They're hungry. And that's it. You know, they're going to put on the pads here in the next couple weeks. They're going to come together, and they're going to form their identity. They're going to form what they want. And I'm excited to kind of just sit back and watch them go. I think we have a bunch of great guys. They're in a great mind, a great headspace. They're hard workers. So I'm excited to see these guys go.
They didn't have to be here today, but they are for you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means everything to me. You know, it means everything. You know, when you're tired and you're sore and you don't want to go anymore, it's your brothers, you know. When you're waking up at 5:30 in the morning at the end of December and you're so tired you can't even see straight. You know, the thing is just get to the facility. Just get to the facility, be with the guys, get that coffee in and get to work. So I really appreciate these guys. You know, we've been on this journey for a couple years together, and it means the world to me to have their support.
Richie, if I could ask you
Love you guys.
If I can ask you real quick, from a mental health standpoint, I know that there's every year with guys that enter the retirement sort of protocol or whatever,
Yeah.
register your name in there.
Yeah.
I believe it's in Atlanta, but there's like a seminar, there's something for guys to go down because even the baddest asses of the retirees, they go through a Sunday where they go, what am I gonna do?
Right.
Are you aware of that? Would you be willing to do something like that? I know you said you're gonna go to Arizona State, but
Yeah.
is that something that you've thought about?
100%. You know, once I came back to the Raiders in 2019, I had a plan in place. I knew we were getting towards the end. I didn't know if I was going to play another season, another 2 seasons, another 3 seasons. So me on my end with my agent, my brother, my friends, my family, my mentors, we had a plan in place. But the NFL and the NFLPA have a tremendous suite of options for retired players, and I will take advantage of all of it. Ken Sarnoff, my agent right here, we've been through hell and back. He called me a couple of months ago and he said, listen, the NFLPA is doing this for retired guys. I plan to take full advantage of it. I think the NFL and the NFLPA have grown so much in their support of players. And yeah, you know, once I made the decision to retire, you know, there's always that worry. There's always that anxiety about, you know, did I make the right decision? Am I going back? What are we doing? But, you know, I plan to use my support network, my brothers, the NFLPA and the NFL to help me transition.
Richie, your resume speaks for itself, but you haven't been a Raider for long.
Yep.
So when you see your teammates here, that's cool. You worked with them in the locker room, but an owner that you didn't play a ton of games for is here also. What does it mean to Richie Incognito, the respect this organization has given you?
It's tremendous, man. It really is. You know, I'd kind of come here in some tenuous times for myself in 2018, 2019. And what they did was they did exactly what I needed. They put their arms around me. Mr. Davis put his arms around me, John Gruden, Mayock, Tom Cable. They put their arms around me and they assured me that this was the right step. And every time I see Mr. Davis on the sidelines, I give him a big hug. We're always talking about ball. His passion for the Raiders is unrelenting. And to feel that and to feel like, you know what, man, I'm finally home, you know, Lyle Alzado, Howie Long, all the badasses, Jim Otto, you know, to come and kind of be embraced by that and just have an opportunity to come in and represent the silver and black. It meant the world to me. I know it meant the world to them, and I'm just forever indebted to this organization for letting me come back and rewrite the ending.
Great, guys. Thank you very much. You guys want to come up here and take a quick photo off with Richie?
Let's go.
Good to see you guys.
We just have one.
Where are we going to go?
Please, wait up.
You guys all good? Thank you. World travel, man. You good? Yes, sir. Good. Ready to go? My guy.
Alright.
Thank you. Here's a letter. All right, Cole Miller's gonna do a press conference now. Ask him all this stuff.
Yeah.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.